Hello again. Yes, we're back for a second reading of The Princess and the Pinkie Nail. Now, where were we?
Ooh, there was a crash of thunder.
Oh, and a flash of lightning and a shriek.
Eee!
And remember, somebody had arrived at the front door. And the butler was sent to open the door and see who was there. He was also instructed to close the carriage. Who said it? Oh, that's right. Yes. Yes. Lovely. And as I'm sitting here right now doing this reading, there actually is a crazy storm outside. It's raining. There's thunder. It's quite exciting. Let's continue The Princess and the Pinkie Nail, our children's book. Are you ready? Snootenville made his way down the dimly lit royal hallway. He muttered under his breath about the poor maintenance in the palace. Actually, he said aloud, what maintenance? This palace has not had proper upkeep for the past 10 years. Remember, everyone, this palace is like falling to pieces and really needs some repairs, and a bit of love and attention, And then he let out a frightful yell, ah! as he tripped over a loose floorboard and went flying down the hallway, losing one shoe on the way. I'm going to turn the page. So you can help me, Patton? Oh, wow, this is exciting. Snootenville tried to remain composed as he opened the royal front door, his shoeless foot sporting a holy grey sock, and his big toe was sticking out. A rather bedraggled young girl stood out in the rain. Oh, thank goodness, she exclaimed. I was beginning to worry that no one was at home. Really? Replied Snootenville. Who should I say is calling? He remained standing in the doorway, stopping the guest from entering the palace. Princess Clarabella, and let me in immediately, cried the young lady. Are you an imbecile? I am getting soaked out here. With that said, Princess Clarabella shoved Snootenville right out the way and marched into the palace. Oh, no, you don't. The butler grabbed the girl around the waist and dragged her along the passage and into the kitchen. We have a guest for dinner, he announced to the kitchen staff, who were all seated at the table. Everyone, meet Princess Clarabella. Well, he obviously doesn't believe that she's a princess. And well, we're all not quite sure. There's a little picture that I drew. Can you see how bedraggled that girl is? Let's turn the page. A princess? Really? Asked Sophie, the scullery girl. Don't you think you should take her to the royal dining room then? Oh, please, replied the butler. Anyone can see she's just a common garden girl taking a fat chance. Sit down and be grateful I have allowed you in anyway. He's quite a stuck-up butler, isn't he? Back in the royal dining room, the prince and his mother crunched and munched away on their rather unappetizing supper, whilst glaring thunderously at each other. Can you glare thunderously? Eventually, neither could stand the silence any longer, and both blurted out simultaneously, "Oh, drat it all!" And then they continued to glare at one another. The Queen tossed her brittle sandwich onto the plastic tablecloth and let out a long sigh. "Oh, sigh," she said. "Now where is that pesky butler? And where is the guest?" "Oh, mother," retorted the son, "we don't get guests coming to the royal palace anymore. Have you not noticed? Grottenville has a bad name these days. Remember, that's their kingdom, the kingdom of Grottenville. Tourists are few and far between, and word has gotten out that all we serve at the royal high tea are these." And with those words, the prince tossed his pilchard sandwich onto the plastic tablecloth and said, double sigh. "Well, what do you suppose we should do then?" asked the Queen. She eyed her son warily. She and the prince just did not get on any more. No, they didn't, eh? And their constant disagreements were rather tiresome. All the complaining and grovelling was not helping at all. The Queen felt tired, and her brain felt foggy. I'm just doing a quick time check over there. Oh, yes, we've got some more time. "We could sell the royal trinket box," suggested the prince. "I do say, a passing trader might be keen. It is encrusted with rubies, you know." "Well, of course I know that," replied the Queen, immediately getting irritated again. "But I pulled the rubies off with a tweezer and sold them last week." And after a light pause, the Queen muttered under her breath, "and replaced them with jelly tots." Do you see what she did? She already sold the jewels, and she bought jelly tots and stuck them on the box, hoping that nobody would notice. Nobody being her son. "What did you say, mother?" ground out the prince. "Did I hear you correctly? Did you just mutter that you replaced the rubies with jelly tots?" You all know jelly tots. Oh, they're delicious. Lovely little sweets. "Yes, I did," said the Queen, raising her voice a tone or two. "And so what anyway? What else was I supposed to do?" "But mother," exclaimed the prince, "how could we afford jelly tots?" Oh, shame. It's actually quite sad, isn't it? And so the bickering and nattering continued in the royal dining room, whilst down in the royal kitchen, things were not going very much better. I think, should we discuss this a little bit?
I think that the Queen and her son need to be kinder to one another.
Yes, I actually agree. And maybe Snootenville the butler shouldn't be so fussy and stuck up. Well, we're going to see what happens next week. So, to be continued. Remember, our books are available from Author House and on Amazon and other various platforms. See you soon.
And it's raining today, everyone, so you can make pancakes.